Hey, fellow travelers.
Hello.
So, like many of you, we've been trying to figure out, what our new travel mode's going to be. With COVID-19 and trying to be more mindful of just the changes and stuff. So, we've like a lot of our fellow travelers, we've been kind of looking at different things to do. Campers and maybe
New modes of
travel in general.
Because we don't want to give up travel altogether.
Right.
So what can we do instead in light of everything that's going on in the world and some of the airports not even being open to American citizens? So
we're actually over here at Morton Arboretum, and we figured we would drive around in our new vehicle because we thought, what better way to experience and see what it's going to be like for us. So many of our traveler friends have bought Mercedes-Benz Sprinters, and so we decided to
not get a Sprinter.
We're not getting a Sprinter.
We decided to get a convertible to enjoy the beauty and the sights to be seen here in our own country.
Yeah, so a lot of thanks goes to Albert over at Chicago Cars in Summit, Illinois, but we got a great price on a used SL 500, and this will be our vehicle that we use for doing a lot of staycations in the Chicago area and just some trips. So we're going to kind of see how comfortable we are in using this for travels, 4-8 hour day travels. But so why don't you come along on a ride with us? So getting a convertible was something that Stephanie had always had as her dream.
Yep. And I've always wanted to own a Mercedes, which I don't even think you knew that. I don't think that you knew that I wanted a convertible my whole life, or that I've always wanted to own a Mercedes.
I'm not sure that I did know that, no.
I don't think you did. So imagine my surprise when Chris came to me and said, in light of everything that's going on, I think that because we can't travel and because I always want to make him happy, even though he didn't know that it had been a dream of mine to have a Mercedes and a convertible, he put both into one without even knowing and offered to buy this Mercedes convertible.
Yeah, in fact, we were last Saturday morning, we were sitting there and I decided to look online because I've owned a convertible before, and it was one of those things where if everything went right, I'd love to have something as a summer car. We had kind of talked about that.
Yes.
And I saw this beautiful champagne colored SL and everything looked good on it, and so we went last Saturday and test drove, fell in love with it.
Yes.
And
did our due diligence and went and looked at a couple of other vehicles that were similar, either a year newer with more miles or whatever. We looked at some comparable vehicles and found that this one really was outstanding for the price and to be within budget and to allow us to have this as an additional vehicle that we can enjoy while not feeling strapped by the price tag.
Yeah, we were able to pay cash for this because there's no reason for us to get into debt over something like this.
No.
And we were fortunate that we're able to. We put about a few thousand of the payment onto our Amex card to get the points, And fortunately, they didn't charge us extra to do that. So,
I think a squirrel just hit me with the nut. Something.
Welcome to the world of convertibles. That happens. So, little shakedown run, been good.
Yep.
Yeah, so as you mentioned earlier, like a lot of travelers, we're trying to figure out how to continue our passion around travel. You know, we've realized that for us, it's really an energizer for our relationship, being able to get away and explore. And
it's important for downtime for us because we both work hard at our jobs, and if we don't actually physically distance ourselves from our workplace, even working from home especially, then I'm finding that it's difficult to actually take time off. So we still need to travel and go places.
And so we went about 3 weeks ago into Chicago.
Has it been that long already?
It's been that long. Yeah.
Wow.
And so now we've got Gatlinburg, Smoky Mountains coming up next week. We're going to drive down to that. Not sure whether we're going to take the SL or take the SUV. Kind of depends a little bit on the weather, a little bit on just how comfortable we feel that we can pack to the level of lightness that we need to in order to be able to take, you know, and take a convertible.
Right.
And then while a lot of European locations I've seen double and triple prices from just 3 months ago.
Right.
There are a lot of locations in the U.S. that have dropped dramatically. So I think I pretty much have us on some sort of at least weekend trip for the next 4 months. And so we hope to share that with you. Mm-hmm. But we're still trying to figure out what to do to kind of still have that creativity, still be able to explore. And we love you guys literally being along for the ride with us.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.